You are all welcome to Isenfel. For now.
We shall catch ourselves something extra today.
We should go back to your palace.
Yes, go back and tell my mother what we have seen.
And the doctor. I don't know about you, but I've had quite enough of the end of the world.
Hi everyone, TARDIS Guy 123 here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 5th Doctor main range release, Equilibrium. So, there you go, there you got your title and whatnot, written by Matt Fitton. This was released back in February 2015, and it's the second part of the new E-Space trilogy with the 5th Doctor, Tegan, Nyssa and Turlough. So they're all on the cover there. You also have the castle type structure of Isenfel. So this was an interesting release, but before I get onto the release itself, I need to talk about two Big Finish news things that were released today and yesterday. Now, of course, yesterday was the announcement that the license had been renewed up to March 2020, so that's really exciting. That means loads more Doctor Who Big Finish stuff to come, and it'll probably be renewed again. I don't see why it shouldn't be. So yeah, we've at least got new stuff coming up to March 2020, so loads more main range trilogies, loads more Doctor Who box sets and whatnot, loads more 4th Doctor adventures, and of course the other announcement is 8th Doctor related, and it is Doom Coalition. Now, we've known about this for some time, so we've had kind of like whispering rumours, but now we have the full-on official announcement, 4 box sets starting in October this year. And, the cover for the first one looks very good, Doom Coalition 1. Got a new companion for the 8th Doctor, Helen Sinclair. Really exciting stuff there, and a new villain called the 11. So you can check out all of that on the Big Finish website. But now let's get on to this review of Equilibrium. So here you have your cover, of course, as I was talking about before. Castle of Isenfel, and some interesting gears in the background and ice and stuff, because this is all set in Ice Kingdom. Then there you have your spine with the 5th Doctor logo there, Equilibrium, and the release number is 196. So let's open it up, take a look inside. Actually, no, let's take a look at the back first, sorry. Getting a bit ahead of myself there, I can speak today. So there you have your blurb and your cast. Some interesting cast there. Get on to talk about them a bit more in a minute. Now, we look at the inside. And, of course, you've got Equilibrium Disc 1. And Disc 2, and here you have some other releases: The Gathering, Cobwebs, The Whispering Forest, The Cradle of the Snake, Heroes of Sontar, and Kiss of Death. I'm not quite sure why The Gathering is included here, as it's not actually part of any of this kind of like 5th Doctor and Nyssa, older Nyssa and whatnot arc, but it's there nevertheless, I guess. But anyway, let's get on to the booklet now. So there's your cover bit, and on the back you have the 5th Doctor logo cover with all the 5th Doctor writing and whatnot. The Rector's notes, and a nice picture of all the cast there. Writer's notes, and some more pictures of the cast, and Doctor Who magazine. And finally, the Entropy Plague. That's coming soon. Actually, that's already out. That came out this month, March. I've listened to it, and I'll be reviewing that next after this. So if I can get the booklet back in. So, on to my thoughts on Equilibrium itself. I must admit, I wasn't expecting too much going into this. I was more excited by Mistfall and the Entropy Plague, but this one ended up being my favourite of the trilogy, funnily enough. And I guess low expectations, I got even more amazed by it. It's a wonderful story by Matt Fitton, it truly is. There is lots to like here. Turlough gets a love interest, that's some very fun stuff going on there. And you also have the Fifth Doctor, like, doubting himself and very much thinking, am I doing the right thing here? Am I making things better, or am I just making things worse? And it's a theme which continues on to the entropy plague, which is kind of like, he can't save everyone. And it's kind of like a very interesting theme going on there. And kind of like prolonging things, and eventually everything will die. And there's a very nice scene between him and Nyssa, which I won't spoil for you, but it is very good nevertheless. And then Tegan in this, she's sort of the one with the least to do, but that's okay, because in Mistfall she probably had the most to do, I guess, maybe. But, you know, here, she's not given too much to do. She's given some fun stuff to do. She's given some interesting stuff with Nyssa in the early half of the story. But, you know, she is a bit cut short here. However, that's not too bad, because obviously, when you're writing for 4 regulars, one of them's going to end up getting sidelined in favour of the others. And Nyssa also gets some lovely stuff here, and you know, it actually treats her like older Nyssa. One of my problems with Mistfall is that I didn't really treat her like an older Nyssa, whereas this one very much does. And you have some interesting stuff kind of like going far back to her start, kind of like this idea that she does come from a regal background and whatnot. And obviously because you've got the regal stuff here, and that's very much brought up in this, but that was a long time behind her. Also interesting in this story is that there are no villains as such. And you kind of like got villains of circumstance and whatnot, but they're more just following the way of life they've always lived, and they don't have any choice in the matter. You know, kind of like this idea that equilibrium, and that is a key term throughout this story. You know, that everything has to be balanced, and there has to be a certain number of light souls in Isenfel and whatnot. It's a very interesting story, and it also keeps building on itself as you listen to it. You kind of like get new reveals and whatnot, and you kind of like find out new things and everything. That's all very good. I think that is a very strong idea, to have it keep building as you go along. And once you get to the 4th part, you know, you basically stop all that, and it's basically kind of like the idea that you're trying to stop everything now, make everything better and whatnot, trying to save all these lives. So that's all very good. So overall, Equilibrium is a wonderful story. I think it's beautiful, and it's very much prepares you for what happens in the Entropy Plague. Oddly enough, this story and the Entropy Plague feel more connected together than Mistfall and this story. However, there is one thing that actually connects this story directly to the next one. I'm not too fond of it. I think it provided an interesting cliffhanger at the end of the story, but nevertheless, I'm not overly keen on it. I'm not overly keen on the cliffhanger that linked Mistfall to this story either. But nevertheless, you know, I like how there's that theme linkage here, and obviously I won't reveal too much about that, but there is very much a theme here, which is left out in Mistfall, and that kind of like, in retrospect, is another flaw I have with Mistfall. It doesn't link into the trilogy itself, and that whole theme, which I won't reveal of course, that was going through this story and the next story. But anyway, I'm going to end it off here by saying Equilibrium gets a 9 out of 10. So, thanks for watching this review, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope my review may have helped you decide whether you want to pick up Equilibrium or not. So, obviously, I think you're going to have to pick up Mistfall first, just kind of like, because this very interconnected trilogy very much links together. You don't have to, but I'd recommend it, and Mistfall isn't that bad. So anyway, thanks for watching this review of Equilibrium, everyone. Looking forward to the Doom Coalition and everything else that's coming out Big Finish related. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone.